Am I destroying myself?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Tom Dark channel. I'm your host, Tom Dark, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a YouTuber you guys definitely know of, Nikocado Avocado. Nikocado is a YouTuber who has been posting for a few years now, and he really fits into the mukbang genre. Basically, he turns on the camera and talks to it, and he eats some more, and he eats some more. He eats so much it seems like he's going to burst, and just when you think he finally will, he eats some more and eats some more. You know, it's funny, when he started doing these videos, he was a pretty thin guy, and this was just a few years ago. And now in his videos, he is, well, how do I put this nicely? I guess I'll just use the medical term, morbidly obese. Like, he is huge. Nikocado is large, he is in charge, and he is shoveling as much fast food into his mouth as he can per second. Why are they blue? In fairness, I like fast food too. I can't really blame him there. But Nikocado, due to his outlandish behavior, has become a topic for a lot of people. Commentary channels like August the Duck, Critical, and myself have made videos making fun of him, sort of criticizing him and just talking about his strange existence on YouTube. And I don't blame them for this. Nikocado is a very weird guy and he does some really weird stuff. And as commentary channels, it's our job, it's our duty to make videos about him. Commentator sees something weird, commentator talks about said weird thing in a video, commentator posts video. And that's fine, that's what I do and really what I will be doing in this video. However, I think there is something missing from the sort of a mainstream conversation about Nikocado that I want to bring into this video. So pretty recently, Critical posted a video called "This YouTuber is slowly killing himself for views." And in this video, he talks about a video Nikocado uploaded where he claims that he basically broke a rib because of his weight and is continuing to eat and post videos about it anyway to monetize his illness. Is that what a lot of people would call this? An illness?
Well, as you can tell from the title of that video, he now claims to be a disabled person, which I'll get into in a minute, but I want to focus on what he said at the beginning. Outside of making some of the most revolting noises I've heard in quite some time while undergoing some kind of exorcism. He said, "It's your fault for encouraging these videos." Now, he says shit like this pretty often, and it shows me that there's still some self-awareness deep within him somewhere, locked deep away. But that rational side of him, he keeps buried, locked in a cage, and still does this content, even knowing better. Even knowing that it's a complete detriment to his overall health and well-being. He continues to do it while still having that small glimmer of self-awareness. He says it's your fault for encouraging it, and he's absolutely right.
So I personally found this point pretty interesting. Basically, what Charlie is saying here is that Nikocado Avocado is a product of some mental illness, and he kind of knows that, and the reason why he is successful is because of the people who encourage him. But he's kind of like losing his self-awareness along the way, right? And this is true in a way. Nikocado really is not a particularly interesting or talented or funny, person, mukbanger, YouTuber, right? He doesn't have any good insight on any topic, although I think he's pretty good at violin. He's not good at cooking, he's not attractive, and so the reason people watch him is for the spectacle that he presents. He's this super overweight retard who has these freakouts on camera and acts like a bit of a moron. And so one of the things Critical touches on is that a lot of the times in Nikocado's videos, he will say, "This is your fault," or "You guys did this to me." He's basically seemingly making the point that, like, the YouTube audience makes him do this stuff. And so as a result, people in the comments of this Critical video quote Nikocado being like, "It's your fault. What is wrong with society today? Nobody wants to own up to their own actions. It's always blaming someone else or making excuses." This is a pretty heavily upvoted comment. A lot of people agree with it. A lot of the other comments echo similar opinions to this, and I would have to say that this opinion is actually, I think, wrong. Nikocado absolutely is completely self-aware of the fact that he is doing this to himself. He knows that he is making himself obese, and the reason he says these things frequently and has these freakouts is because, I think, He has a humiliation fetish. He gets off on people commenting about him and making videos about him, being like, oh, you're so weird and gross. You're such an odd guy. He's like so fat. He's like the fattest guy in the world. He's like the fattest fat to ever fat, and he poops and comes everywhere. He's so fat. That's why he has these weird like freakouts. I think that's what you would call this.
I'm back home. Shooby-doo. I'm home. Hello. We're back home. Shooby-doo. No. I used to be so attractive.
Like, you can't just think this is coming out of nowhere. He knows what he is doing, he's having fun doing it, and furthermore, him starting an OnlyFans is just more proof to me that he gets off to it. Like, Nikocado Avocado may act retarded, but I don't think he's a retard. I think he fully knows what he's doing. He's intentionally doing this stuff for attention, for money, for, I don't know, attention on the internet, and to fuel his fetish. He's not like a guy that is like unself-aware, you know what I mean? People treat him like he's really stupid. He's not. Honestly, I think the broken rib thing, if it is fake, which I think is fake, is like basically Nikocado's perfect opportunity to get some more publicity and attention on him. It's something interesting with the channel that happened that, people will want to hear about the development. They'll watch a commentary video about it, and then they'll go to Nikocado's channel and watch his video about it. I mean, it did get a bunch of commentators to make videos about him and talk about him and how crazy he is. Not that I blame them, but yeah, I mean, I basically am saying that Nikocado is not stupid. I think he's really smart, actually. He knows what he's doing, and he's basically just like jerking off to all of this stuff. But I can't completely take credit for this theory. This is something that the movie reviewer YMS talked about a while ago on one of his streams, and he made some pretty convincing arguments for it.
That this is just made by someone trying to, like, I don't know, fat shame Nikocado Avocado. Someone who's like kind of trying to bully him or something. But I noticed this from day one when this was posted on Reddit, and not a lot of like people weren't even pointing this out in the comment section on the Reddit post. This is from him. He made this compilation. He made this. This is on his own channel. He deleted old footage and clips as if it's like him pretending to be someone else's channel. Like, I don't understand. But this is on his own channel that's doing this. And at that moment when I realized that, it became very, 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 very fucking obvious to me that this is just a fetish thing. This is just a fetish thing. And a lot of people don't realize that. And people are still making videos about Nikocado Avocado. I'm not kidding. This is completely unironic. I'm 100% positive of this. People are still making videos about him, making Twitter posts. Like, I keep seeing these Twitter posts go viral, being like, oh man, if only his old self knew who he would become, sort of thing. Stuff like that. But he knows exactly what he's doing. His boyfriend knows exactly what they're doing. Like, they both know what they're doing, and they're totally into it, and they're doing it, right?
And I trust Adam's opinion, not only because he himself is a deviant, furry freakazoid who gets off to cartoon animals, but also because it just makes sense. It accounts for all of Nick's behavior online. Nikocado eats to gain weight because it turns him into a hecking chonker, and it turns him on. He wants to be a big guy. He has like the feeder fetish or whatever. He posts these videos online displaying himself and his weight and his weird, but fake, mannerisms because they, in tandem with the weight, get him attention.
I'm having another story time today. We're having beautiful, because I'm perfect. We have the perfect setup of food. I'm back home. Shooby-doo. I'm home. Hello.
You can clip that, you can put it on Twitter, Instagram, you can use it as a Discord meme, and you can make commentary videos about it. And as Adam pointed out, he made a weight progress video where he personally edited together clips of him being skinny, juxtaposed with videos of him being obese. This would typically be a video that like a troll channel would make, right? If this was Wings of Redemption, a troll channel would have made this video and 100 like it, basically calling him fat. It would be a comedic compilation of Wings content. And that's what makes him a lolcow, really. People are interested in milking him and the story. But with Nikocado, not only is the community able to milk it, not only am I milking it, but he himself is. And the money he's making from that is probably kind of unreal. Nick has two channels, Nikocado and More Nikocado, where he posts basically the same content. On one of them, he posts like once a month, and on the other channel, he posts like every 3-4 days. So he's somewhat of a frequent uploader, right? And the analytics on this stuff is kind of impressive, to be honest. The original Nikocado Avocado channel got 14 million views in the last month. Being kind of conservative here, I would estimate that from those metrics, he's definitely making upwards of like $60,000, $70,000. And this is just the main channel, right? He uploads more on the second channel. The second channel, More more Nikocado is pulling basically the same amount of views as the main channel, 14 million. So like, I would not be surprised if he's making 150,000, 160,000, maybe even closer to 200 grand per month off of his channels. Keep in mind, this isn't even accounting for the fact that his videos are like also really long, which means there's a lot of real estate to place ads. This dude could be making bank off of this, and honestly, I don't respect it, but you know, it's good for him, I guess. He's succeeding at his art. He's succeeding at his art. And now for one of our finest pieces in the gallery, Nikocado farting, part 8.
By taking the noodles and, what was I supposed to do? Oh. You guys, I just pooped. I just freaking pooped. I pooped.
And he also gets to sell this like dumbass merchandise. The dude is going to bed every night, rolling in $100 bills, and his own cum, and Taco Bell that he ordered to his house. His 3 favorite things. I bet he sleeps like a fucking baby.
He has an OnlyFans and he has a Patreon, and whenever he advertises his Patreon, he says 18 plus, too spicy for YouTube. That's what he says every time he advertises his Patreon, right? It's very, 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 very obviously a fetish thing. And part of the reason why I'm so positive about that is because, like, I've had conversations with, like, close friends, online friends, that have had this exact same fetish. And, like, yeah, people are weird. Human beings are weird, you know? Some people are into weirder things than other people. But this is a thing that people are into. Certain type of person.
So yeah, that's what I think the deal is with Nikocado, Avocado. Did I say he's fat? I don't really remember. He's kind of large and in charge. He's kind of a big guy, that kind of thing. If you have thoughts on this, be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be taking a look at it as always. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a big dislike. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.